Let us continue the code snippets on if statement, switch statement and loop statement. So the next code required here is I have to write the statements to generate the sequence -8, -5, -2, 1 and 4. So this I can do it by using a for loop statement. So here the sequence is -8, -5. I need to generate -8, -5, -2, 1, 4. Correct? Okay. So here I will start with the for loop for which I require an I variable. So for I equals to -8, I less than or equal to last term is 4, and each term I has to be incremented by 3. So I is equal to I plus 3. So my body is printf %d \t. You can use \t or \n according to the requirement. And what I want to print is I. So this is the body of my loop statements. Let us run it and check. So you can observe -8, -5, -2, 1 and 4 will be printed. Next sequence I want to generate here is 2, 3, 5, 9, 7. 2, 3, 5, 9, 17. So here you can observe the difference between 2 and 3 is 1, and the difference between 3 and 5 is 2. The difference between 5 and 9 is 4, and the difference between 9 and 17 is 8. So what I can do here is I can declare the variables. This I will remove. I can declare the required variables. I will hold to generate 5 terms. I will declare one term called P and I will initialize to 2 because the first term is P. And to generate the differences 1, 2, 4, I take one more term which is C, which is initialized to 1 because the first difference is 1. So next inside the for loop, I will use the I counter for the number of terms. So I less than or equal to 5. And here I plus plus, and I will be printing first term which is to be printed is present in P. So next that I have to generate the next term in P. So I have to add P is equal to P plus C. So first time P was 2. So 2 will be added with 1. So it generates the next term which is 3. And each time that C which was 1, next time it has to become 2, next time it has to become 4, next time 8. So C has to be multiplied by 2 each time. So this is the required statement. So let us run and verify. So this is a semicolon missing. So I will correct it. So you can observe 2, 3, 5, 9, 17 are printed. If you want to print with comma without \t, you can do it like this. So this is also fine. So coming to the next program, what has to be done? So the question here is find errors if any or write the output of each of the following code segments. So now here integer I equals I. For I equals to 2, I less than or equal to 6, I plus plus semicolon. It means that this loop will not be doing anything. So it just prints a C language and prints %d I value. So when I becomes 6, the loop terminates. So it prints C language followed by the next line and printing 6. The right hand side here, the code is I equal to 5 while I minus minus greater than 0. So first I is 5. So I is compared against 0. So it is greater than 0. And again after this condition is tested, I becomes 4, and then it prints the Java once, then I becomes 4, 4 is greater than 0, then again it prints Java. So we'll check how many times it is going to be printed. Teacher I equals to 4. While I minus minus greater than 0. I think there is no block, so just a single statement, printf Java plus 1. So if you run, you can observe that Java is printed 4 times, and this is because when while loop terminates, the value of I was 0. So 0 was greater than 0 was false, and because it is a post decrement, so then 0 becomes minus 1. So I value was minus 1, and when you add 1, so it becomes 0. So this is how you are going to get 4 times Java. So if the I value was 5, then it prints 5 times Java, and it prints the value of I plus 1 as 0. Next is I have a character st array, and initial values of this character array is RVC terminal character, that is a null character, followed by ECOLL. So when you print the string using printf %st, so it is going to print the string st until a null character. So you are going to get only RVC as the output. So let us check this also by typing in the terminal. So you can observe, if you run it and check, you can see that it is going to print the characters until a null. So you will be going to get only RVC. Next one here is I have character st1 of 5. This is just a declaration, and the assignment statement st1 equals to height, and printf percentages st1. So if you initialize the character array using this notation, it is an error because st1 is an array of characters, and I cannot initialize using this equal to operator. So the correct way of assigning the string to a string character array is by using strcpy. If you use only equal to operator, you will get a compilation error. So we can see that if you are including string.h and using strcpy and initializing through st comma high, then you will going to get a correct output. Otherwise, if you just use equal to operator, then you will just observe, you will get a error message. This is not st. So if you declare, you will get st assignment to an expression with array type st is an error. Next one is identify the valid and invalid statements in each of the following array declaration initialization statement. First one is integer ARR 3 and 2. So it means ARR is a 3 cross 2 matrix. So with the initial values 89, 76, 34 and minus 23. So here the column size is mentioned, and the first two elements will be stored at ARR of 0, 0, 0, 1, and the second row elements will be 34 and minus 23, and the third row elements will be initialized to 0. So this is a correct declaration which initializes the array ARR. Next is int values. The number of rows is 4, but the number of columns is empty. So, and the initial values are given all the 6 values, but here the C compiler requires the number of columns mandatorily than the number of rows, so you will get a error message. And the next one is float marks of 7, 8. Again, this is not a correct notation. I cannot declare the rows and columns with separated by comma. So it has to be one angled bracket followed by another angled bracket. So you will also get error in the third case also. Next is a float average val R size and C size. Assume R size and C size are symbolic constant which are already initialized with some values. Then this is a correct declaration because R size and C size are already declared as the symbolic constant using hash define. So let us check this on the compile. The same code I have typed here, and I have initialized R size and C size symbolic constants as 3 cos 3 3, and have the same ARR values array, marks array, and average val array. So you can compile and check where are the errors in case 4 and 3, because here you can observe array type has incomplete element type int. So the second index must be compulsory, whereas the first index is optional. And the next one is 7, 8. Again, it's a error because you should have one index within angle bracket, another index again within bracket. So if I remove this 4 and put the 4 here, then you will get not get error in this case, whereas for 7 and 8 you will get a error. So if you remove this also, to error this also, you have to do it by removing this also. So now you will not be getting any error. So the next one here is, what is the output or error of the following code segment? Integer I size equals to 5, where size and I are the variables and size is initialized to 5. Integer A of size equal to 12, 34, 56. For I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, printf percentage DA of I. So this depends on the compiler. So some compilers will allow the size of the array as a variable also, but some compilers will not allow. So if the compilers allow, then this will be valid, and if the compilers allow, then the initialized values will be A of 0 is 12, A of 1 is 34, A of 2 is 56, and A of 3 and 4 will be 0, 0. If it is not allowing, it will be a error. The next is the integer I character ch equals to the ASCII value of b. So the ASCII value of small b is 98, and I equals to strlen of abcde string, so which is 5. So I will be having the value of 5. So when I printf percentage d ch minus I plus 1, so it is like ch value is 98, I value is 5 minus 5 and plus 1, which is 94, has to be printed. So let us check that. I have the code for both. So if I want to run the first one, I have to comment this and run. So here in my compiler, it is giving the size cannot be an error, that is variable sized object may not be initialized. So you cannot initialize the variable size object in this fashion. So suppose I want to run the second one. So I will uncomment this part and run this. So it has to print 94. So it has printed 94.